Hello and welcome to episode number 11 of season 3 of Empowered Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Michael Abney, and today I'm joined with
Marilyn Egan.
Yay, Marilyn.
Yay. Number 11. What a great number.
Yes, 1-1. Woo-hoo.
Yes. So that's a perfect number for our guest today. And we have another really fun, amazing person with us. We have Cara Mendez.
Yay.
And
Hello,
I'm
hello.
going to let you tell a little bit about you and what you do.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. Super honored. So excited for this. So divinely timed. And
Yes.
a 1-1 for my number podcast. I see angel numbers all day, every day, all the time. So that's perfect.
It
for
is
me.
perfect. Yes.
So my name is Cara Mendez. I am an intuitive success coach for women, typically entrepreneurial women. And I am a mom of 5. It's always really
Wow.
important to say.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
My kids range in age from 3, 5, 7, 9, and 12 right now.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't like to use the word busy, but my life is full.
Yes.
My
Okay.
days are full. I'm also married. I have a wonderful husband, and we also co-own and run a local landscape construction company here in the St. Louis area. So
Yay.
Yes. Yes.
all the things. And I homeschool too. I forgot.
Yes. I was going to say you to homeschool together.
So how do you do all that? Like,
Magic.
there's got to be a method. Like, you can't,
Yes.
if all that's smoothly going. So, like, how do you organize all of that? Like, that's 5 kids, homeschooling, business, your business.
Yes. So, okay. So this is, I'm so glad you asked that.
Because I'm confused.
That is a great segue into a huge piece of my work. If you guys know about human design, I'm a generator, first of all.
Okay.
So, but I also have a defined root and a defined will. So I have lots of energy, consistent action-taking energy. And I'm just like naturally pretty organized of a person. That's just how my brain works. But a lot of my work, I went through a period where I did hit adrenal fatigue about 3 years ago. I probably had been in it for a couple of years before I realized that was actually going on. And that was a huge catalyst for me because I was like, I felt like so horrible. I thought I was dying. Like I really thought I was like ill with something deadly.
Yeah.
And then I found out I had adrenal fatigue. I worked with an amazing holistic doctor and traditional Chinese medicine doctor, and got me back physically to a better energetic state with my physical body. But in order to stay there, I had to transform the way I thought, and really reevaluate my life and just change the way I was being and how I was doing things and just how I was showing up in general. So I went through a lot of mindset transformation. There was some deep excavation work that had to happen for this. And this is another segue. This is a pattern that my family, like my mom and my grandma, like work yourself to, and even my grandpa too, this is a familial pattern, right? Like this goes back generations of like, work yourself beyond your limits because you only have value if you're being productive.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your needs aren't important. Everyone else's are more important than yours. Right. Because you're not
That's in a
worthy
lot
and
of families
deserving
and a lot of-
of pleasure, joy, happiness, fun, play. Yeah. Those things don't have value. Right.
Yep.
Or you don't deserve to have them because you,
Yeah.
So whenever you're working and you're plowing through all of this stuff, and you have that sense of value because you're in action with all of these things.
Right.
But the downside is that when something happens, your adrenals fail.
Right.
Your self-worth is attached to that.
Definitely.
So that all pops up.
Yes.
Because it can't exist in that same time-space sequence, right?
Right. So what ended up happening was I went on this very deep self-care journey. And I realized, okay, like none of this can happen until I am like taking care of me and I am filled up, right? It's like the analogy, like you have to fill your cup before you can give to others.
Did that just hit you? Or like, how did that happen? Like that thought happen, or was it there? Was it a course you took or a book you read? Like, what was the thing?
It was the illness. Like it was the illness. And I was just like, oh, I wasn't willing to sacrifice the lifestyle I had. That was the thing that I was like, no, this is what I still want to do. I still want to have these things the way they are. There just has to be a different way that I can go about doing it all. And I found that way. And so for me, it started with, and at the time I found out I had adrenal fatigue. Mind you, I still had a nursing baby who I was co-sleeping with. I mean, he was only like 6 to 8 months old at the time I found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 6-ish months. And so I just started like getting up a little bit earlier every day and doing like 5 minutes of journaling, like 5 minutes of meditation, and like a 15-minute yoga practice, like gentle flow yoga. And we're not talking like crazy, power yoga or anything. And I just kind of went from there, and I did a lot of restorative things. I would do like a midday yoga nidra for like 15 or 20 minutes, like in my room, like, hey, everybody, go crazy. I need 20 minutes, like lock the door. They might be beating on it or whatever, but like I did the best we could, and slowly but surely that started to help. And as I went through this process, I had like really what I would call a second spiritual awakening. But it was the first time I really ever felt like I had come home to myself.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand that. And I'm a mom of 4, and that's what kicked me into that space too. So I really honor you for going outside the boundaries, outside of all the belief systems that, not that you were just raised with, that were born into you from generation to generation to generation, because that's a really big thing to do. So tell me now, have you been able to, or how have you been able to keep that going?
Well, I feel like I've been able, it's so funny, I was thinking about this on the way here. I really was able to deepen my self-care practice to where it's not just self-care, and it's not just something on my to-do list. It is, I tell my clients, self-care is not a to-do, it is a for you. And it gives me chills every time I say that.
Say it again, because that's like
yeah,
really cool.
Self-care is not a to-do, it's a for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And I just deeply embodied this as a way of being for myself. And I teach this to my clients. It's a module in my program, Back to Center.
And you're teaching it to your children. What a great example to show them.
Yeah.
Even though they don't get it this moment, you are showing them that they are going to need to put their self-care first also.
It's so funny you say that. I never thought of that. But it's so true, because they're like, oh, Mom, you're going for your walk today? Okay, see ya. Like, and my oldest son is 12, so he can watch them while I walk around the neighborhood for 20 or 30 minutes, And then what also ended up happening as another part of this puzzle was that I was more willing and able to receive support like I had never been open to before. And so I started delegating more things to the kids, holding them accountable, and making space for my husband to show up with tasks around the house and helping with the kids and things like that, that I had just always taken it upon myself to handle it all before.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also snowballed into like, we need consistent support around here, period, the end. And so we have played around with different things, and that's meant sometimes having a house cleaning service. One, for a period of time, we had someone who just came once a week to do our laundry for 6 hours. And then we have nannies, part-time nannies. And we have the woman who is doing our laundry is now doing our nannying. And so she just kind of, she's very much like a grandmother figure, and the kids adore her, and she adores the kids. And she will help tidy the house, and she'll help do the laundry whenever she gets a chance. It's just like basically having another version of me on the days that she's there. So it's really great.
But what a gift to her too, probably.
Right.
Yeah, and she only ever had one child, so this is interesting for her, but she really likes it, and the kids do really great with her. She brings like little cute snacks and little gifts that she gets at the resale shop or whatever, and she just gets little things like little Jell-O or peaches, and they just go crazy because somebody else brought it to the house for them, and they just
So you're like next level making it happen. So
Yeah.
you've stopped pulling the cart by yourself, right? Which is amazing. I love that you're saying this stuff. But I want to acknowledge something. We all have, I don't have kids, but you said the second spiritual awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was me too with health, like about 5 years ago, which triggered something about self-care or taking care of myself or diving in that space of what that looks like in reality, not as a to-do list, but like, well, it was a to-do list at the beginning, but now it's integrated and it's expanding. So like, is there a connection?
Well,
Like, are hospitals just filled with people that are like not had their spiritual awakening yet? Like, it seems to be a huge common theme, right?
yes, it is. And it usually takes something like that to
It scared
wake
me.
us up, to say, okay, self-care has to come first. I mean, nothing else that I be is going to happen if I don't take care of this first. And it's totally different than what our parents taught, what our grandparents taught. It was not okay. It was selfish, and there's nothing about it that is selfish. And another component of this, and I know that you are aware of this, Cara, too, that, and Michael, you probably are, another reason as we take care of ourselves, it's contagious out to the universe, to around the globe, to other people who are yearning for the same thing we are. If we boost that vibration up, it supports them too. So I don't know about you, but it gives me extra motivation, I'm sure you too, to know that is happening as well. There's nothing about this that's selfish. It is actually supportive to everyone else around us and beyond.
I actually talk about that with my clients, and in my free group online, I do, live videos all the time. And I'm like, this act of self-care, it ripples out, like, because what it is first is it's an act of self-love and compassion to yourself. And if you can give your own self-compassion and self-love, then you can damn sure spread that out, right? Then it ripples out to your children and those relationships. You can connect more deeply, and there's just so many beautiful things that come just from something so simple.
Yes. And I happen to know your husband as well. And I know that because you started taking care of you, he is more free to be who he really is also. Am I on the right track with that?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm totally having a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just never got that, there's taking care of yourself, right? But as soon as you said, like, you have a house, somebody that helps you with the house, I never equated that as self-care.
Self-care. Oh, yeah.
Even because I still feel guilty I clean before the cleaning people come. Like, I'm that guy. Like, I don't want them, like, everything's put away. So, I mean, the only thing they got to do is wipe everything down and get it done. But, like, I felt guilty about that. And it's okay. Like, and I'm now seeing, like, you could do that because I own my own business. So I'm doing everything by myself there too.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I struggle with letting pieces of that go. So I just never equated that as a part of self-care. So thank you so much.
Yes.
High five on that.
High five. Well,
Wow,
speaking of the
that's
business
huge.
piece, so I have an online business manager for my business that handles all of the back end stuff that I'm just like, that is a huge time suck and not my zone of genius and not like where my energy is best spent. And this is what you like to do. And you're much more efficient at it, because if you leave it to me, I'm not even going to do it,
Or not do it at the level that you want your business to be projected at, right?
Or do it and it becomes an energy drain for you,
Right.
because you're like, oh, I don't want to be doing this, and then you're just leaking energy everywhere because you're like forcing yourself to do, which I can force myself to do anything. I have a defined will.
Me too.
I can do anything.
You tell me something I can't do, done. Just automatic.
I can force myself to do anything, but it's not the best use of my energy or my time, because my zone of genius is doing things like this, or connecting with people and coaching people and like supporting them and like being the present and engaged mother that I desire to be.
What's the flip of that? So when you started, there was a time in your life where you weren't doing these types of things to support your self-care in your life, right?
Oh, yeah. Long period of time.
So when this shifted, how did this impact your life? As far as like, because I know there's a belief if we
Release control.
if I don't, yes, that somehow that's connected to productivity or money, or you're paying the people to clean the house. There's that.
Yeah.
So like when you shifted,
Yeah.
because I sense you have this worked out. So how did your life change?
So I just was able to live in so much more ease and flow. And when you're in ease and flow, what are you? You're open, right, to receiving more. Yeah, and you're free. You feel that like certain level of freedom. So when you're in that space, you're in gratitude, you're in joy, you're in happiness, you're in the higher vibrations where you're more magnetic.
Okay.
There it is. There it is.
And, you have to, staying open to receiving, because then, of course, we have our upper limits that we can bump up to and start self-sabotaging back down. But that's a whole other conversation. But for me, my marriage improved. I feel more overall more deeply connected with the kids, because I feel more supported, period. And, being a mom of five kids, I don't want to sugarcoat it at all. Like it's still hard. It is. Motherhood is it's just hard. But having any of those pieces alleviated, it freed up so much bandwidth. Oh my gosh. So you're like, how do you do all of that? Well, because I have done this work. I take care of me. I give myself permission to delegate things, to delete things. Oh my gosh. Like I've deleted so many things. I'm like, my to-do list has actually gotten shorter.
What'd you delete?
Oh gosh. Just anything that doesn't turn me on, light me up. It's not a hell yeah. And it doesn't align with my values. It's gone.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm like, if it don't bring you joy, it's out, right?
Right. Like if it's not a hell yeah, like that's what
Okay,
I
I
tell
like
my
that.
clients. Like, you know, like if you're like, do I really want to do this? And it's not like a hell yeah, I want to do that. Then it's a no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I love what I do in like the real estate, but there's some parts of it that's like hell no. And I'm
So-
like kind of there right now.
So can you delegate those?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay,
I've just always let like
perfect.
money stop, not money,
you
but like
have a story
I do.
that it's
Nobody
going to
can do
be
that.
too expensive and they're not going to do it. But guess what? Those are probably the things that, number one, it probably doesn't matter if it gets done as good as you did it, or somebody else could do it better.
I'm okay, but when you're talking, I can see my parent, like where I modeled this from, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which we want to break free of.
Exactly. And I was modeled the same thing. Do it all yourself. Try to do it all. Kill yourself. It's not sustainable. So this is one of my values, is to create a sustainable lifestyle, sustainable living with whatever you do, right? And like not everyone's going to desire to do all of the things that I'm doing, and that's fine. You don't have to. It doesn't make you mean anything about you. And I know women who do more than me. You know, so, but it's not a competition, right? But it's
Right.
just what you desire. It's a lot to do with your design, what you desire, what your values are. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great question. Like, if you're doing things that you're just like, I don't want to be doing that. That feels terrible, or I hate doing that thing, you know, then that's like big red flags for you that you're leaking energy there. And that somebody else could come along and take that off your plate and free up your bandwidth tremendously. Because those are the things that also use your willpower, which is finite. We only have a certain amount of willpower every day.
I do know this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're spending,
When
using
it's
our
crapped
will.
out by 1 o'clock, you're screwed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So
I love that point.
I do
have
too.
not heard it in that way, but willpower is finite.
yeah.
When our vibration and our expansion is infinite.
Remember Dandi Pandi?
Yes.
I took a meditation course by this guy I found on YouTube. His name's Dan. I called him Dandy Pandy, but it was Danapani. He was a
Danapani.
monk.
Yeah.
He said this exact same thing.
Well, I have never heard it anywhere. It was just came through with, my
It was about you
experience,
have
but-
to you
I
have to be
didn't hear
careful
that.
where you put that like
Yeah.
out through the day.
I didn't even hear that from him, but I did hear that.
Well, I heard it
From
and I
you.
heard what he said in a new way by what you just said.
Yeah.
Like it clicked on a different level. Because now being aware of that, when you start your day and you're looking at your calendar, you can make choices.
Yes, exactly.
You can make some new choices.
So I have like this in a lot of online, I did not come up with this, but I use this approach, and it's delete, delegate, and automate. So that is where systemization, anything you can do to automate things that feels still authentic and aligned for you and your business and everything, or your life. And even just organization. Like I just have things like and this is for me that comes easy, but I do teach this in my program. Like you just do things the same way every time. It's like, and it's just, again, it's creating habits, right? Like creating different habits. And I've done a lot of work on this too, but some of it does come naturally for me. But those things have, like our house can be totally trashed. Like totally trashed. And we can like whip it into shape in like an hour because everything has a home and everybody knows
I'm
where
like
it
that too.
goes.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're
Always like 1 hour to a company. You keep it like that, right? So it's lived in, but like in 1 hour, this could be popping.
But you've also delegated to your kids. I think that is really important and powerful too.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not easy.
No, it's not. I did that too. Yeah. It's not, but it's very valuable, and it's valuable for them as they grow up.
We keep telling them that.
It is. My kids are 28 to 36 now, so.
Yeah.
It is. It's huge. That's great.
Yeah, so it's just about, and there is like a whole mindset around this though. Like people don't take action on these things because of the beliefs and the stories that they have. Like, oh, it's too hard. It's not worth it. And underneath of that is, well, I'm not worthy and deserving of my life being easy and feeling good.
Yeah, because it's not worth anything. It's not hard.
Oh, that is a deep generational pattern right there.
Not mine anymore, but I'm aware of it being out there.
Yeah.
But it's so true. You're exactly right. Like you only can get things through hard work, right? Like my husband comes from a family of immigrants, and he has broken that pattern, and it was very hard because it's really outcasted him, right? So then you're losing your love, safety, and belonging, right? Those core needs that we need. And so that is another thing that happens when we're...
How does one transcend that?
After
After you become aware of it.
Good question. I just think that
because it's also too, like, I don't want to make anybody wrong for having those values in the past, because they were perfect for...
They served them.
They served them.
It did serve in that time. Yes.
And I don't want to leave anybody with the impression that we're saying anything was wrong from the past.
No.
I'm saying that it may no longer serve us in the now, where we're heading in our own expansion, because we're all evolving, right?
Yes. I'm really glad that you brought that up. That's so true. Mm-hmm. I do talk about this also in my program, and all of our limiting beliefs have served us, whether they were from this lifetime or passed on down, whatever, right? Like they all did at one point serve us. They were there for survival. Mm-hmm. But to answer your question about, transcending, how do you transcend this once you have this awareness? I think you just have to do a lot of work, and you have to know that you almost kind of have to go in and love your own self and like find your own. If you don't feel like you belong with your family anymore, then you and your family's not accepting of you because you've made different choices for whatever the reason may be. You have to create your own new family, your own new community,
Your new tribe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
but what was it? Was it a thing? Because if I'm listening to this, I always try to, when I'm doing a podcast, also have an ear for what the listener's hearing too. I don't know where the hell that came from, but like that's sort of perfect. It happens simultaneously. So I know the things, and we're going to do a podcast on it one day, like all the things that like led us to here. Like it wasn't by accident,
right?
We're doing a podcast with Erin Joy, actually right after this one.
Yes, love
and
her.
Erin Joy has been this amazing person in my life. Like we met 20 years ago.
Oh.
And
I've known her for 11 years.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, like, this comes from so many different places and so many different things. And this person did this and gave me this book and this tape and this thing and this seminar. Like, how did all of, because I know there's pieces that it just doesn't like, come UPS. You got to go in there and, but I think people are missing the point that there are actionable things that make a difference. Like everybody that I meet, I recommend the Landmark Forum to, because it did it and made such a huge impact in my life. As a possibility that there might be some value there for you.
Yeah.
Not everybody does it. I don't like, it may not be their path, but I know what I use that every single day of my life. And I wouldn't be alive today had I not done that.
Right, but I came down a different path of the energy work, and I said, I'm not sure I would be alive or healthy if I was alive if it weren't for the energy work, energy medicine, and all the other energy pieces that came along with that.
But if I would have said no to that, or you would have said no to your calling, or you said no.
So I can share with you where mine started. So I'm glad that you brought this up, because this is such a huge piece, especially recently, where this just like became such a like, oh, kind of like, I mean, I was like standing at my kitchen counter, like listening to an audiobook, like bawling my eyes out, like, because it just resonated so deeply, and I just like got it on a different level. So growing up, I always said, I'm not having any kids. Like, you guys are crazy. I'm not having kids. I don't want to get married. And, and then I was adamant. I am not having children. I am not having children. I was 25 and still saying I'm not having children. And then I met my now husband. And he changed that. But my reason for not having children was legit. I didn't want another child to experience the pain in the world that I had experienced. So I didn't want to have children for that reason.
Yeah.
But when I got pregnant, it was not planned. I was like, oh shit, I got to figure this out. Like, I got to get it together. And the first thing I did was I went to counseling.
Okay.
From counseling, it was the next big catalyst for me that I remember was Louise Hay's "You Can Heal Your Life."
Yes.
That was mine too. It fell off a thing and hit me. It fell off a bookshelf and hit me in the head. And I read it cover to cover.
I didn't just read her book. I then got like her meditation DVDs and like all the things. Like, I remember doing like the inner child work in this apartment. My now husband and I, we had our son. We had split up. I was living in this apartment, like just struggling so hard to pay for everything, but like just went in and just did the inner work. I remember like taking baths and listening to her meditations and doing the mirror work and the inner child work and all of the things, all the journaling, and just that's all everywhere I drove that year, I was doing affirmations and sending love to the drivers around me. And I was a jogger at the time, and I would jog through the park and just literally repeat the affirmations. Whatever came to me, I would just repeat affirmations over and over and over, like constantly all the time. And I had that, that mean voice, that mean girl voice. Ooh, she was mean. She was nasty. Deleted, gone. Like after that, it was completely gone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Can I share one story?
Yeah.
She was my first one too. Like, that was the thing that it cracked the nut. It was like, that's what started everything. So, you always meet the people you love, right? So I was in Toronto Film Festival, and I was listening. It was a Hay House had some films there too. So I was in this particular seminar with Cheryl Richardson. I think it was.
She's the self-care queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and in walks Louise Hay and sits down right next to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
I about had a freaking cow. Like, because I idolized her so much and she was like, like groundbreaking, like when HIV and AIDS started with her groups and healing, like when nobody knew anything, like.
Yes. When no one else was supporting that culture.
Forever she got her wings there.
Yeah.
But like having that experience of someone that so profoundly impacted your life on so many levels, which made it possible for me to understand, Abraham and all the other things that I found in or that came to me in my life. Like having that moment where the person out of nowhere and just sits down next to me, just like the most normal person you have ever met in your life. And I was shaking and crying so hard, like, I was, you changed my life. You changed my... It was just this really, really cool moment. And like, I will never forget it. And like, when you were talking and you said that, like that beautiful memory came right back that I got to relive again. So thank you for that.
That's
Oh,
fabulous. I love that.
Yeah, I don't share that
My
with very many people.
teacher, the first one I studied with was Carolyn Mace. Are you familiar with her?
I've heard of
She's
her.
been around a
Medical intuitive.
long time. But if you've ever listened to her, she's really direct and to the point, and she points people out in the audience. And I could laugh at it when I listen. I never want to work with her in person. So that is so funny. Where Donna Eden, and who I worked with next, oh yeah, I got to have dinner with her. Just, 4 of us have dinner together, which was profound for me. But Carolyn Mace, I love her dearly, love her teachings, but no, I don't want to meet her in person right now.
She scares you a little bit.
It was just that time.
Yeah,
just that
it's
time.
that time.
That's
that was
amazing.
perfect. But
And that's
so
before
fun.
I knew anything about,
Yeah.
attracting anything. But it just makes so much perfect, because I had such a profound love
Yeah.
for her and what she created in life and
Yeah.
the whole Hay House, everything.
Yes.
Too, there was another thing. I did read The Secret before that. And that was also like my first introduction to the law of
Okay.
attraction. Because I just
Yeah.
came from straight up mainstream. So
Really?
me, oh my gosh. There is like no one in my family that is like, except for my sister now.
Yeah. Good.
But my parents, my grandparents, my cousins on either, no. Like, no.
Still today?
Oh, still today.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I am the first person to venture into spirituality. I was the first to venture into having 4 home births.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm the first to marry interculturally. I guess I don't know if some people consider Hispanic interracial. I don't.
It's still human, though, right?
Still
You're
human.
Okay, good.
And even in my circle of friends too, I was the first to do any of these things, and still am the only in some regards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go Trailblazer.
Exactly.
I was just, who was I just talking with? Maybe it was my husband about this. And I was like, I don't even realize, you don't realize. I think I was sharing with him the conversation that you and I had earlier today, and how this feels like me talking about ancestral healing. Just saying that out loud is uncomfortable. Because I'm like, what if I say that on the internet? What are people gonna think of me? Like, they're gonna think I'm a freak, or like they're gonna be like, what is that crazy lady talking about? Or not. Right.
Or not.
Well, I did actually do a post the other day, and it's like probably gotten the most comments that I've gotten in a really long time. Which, yes. But I mean, that was the story in my mind, right? Because I don't know anybody else in my immediate circle of family or friends that I grew up with that ever has done these things. I don't know. No one else in my family. I was the first to homeschool in my family and friends. But then once I did, a lot of other people
How'd you do that?
were also, did
asking you
start
that.
doing the homeschooling thing. Was very,
But you're opening up the door for so many people in so many different ways. That's phenomenal. That's amazing that you have, like you said, moved out of those familial patterns and said, this is who I am, this is what I do. I think that is so big and says so much to so many, whether it's written in words or not.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
it's almost hard for me to even hear you say that, to be like, oh, you're a trailblazer. What are you talking about?
But you are.
Do you get that?
You are.
I mean, I do, but then I'm like in rooms with people like you, and it's like, but I'm not. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like, it's this weird dichotomy.
We're all equals in this, sister.
Yeah.
So,
That's like
yeah.
well, it's how we wanted this to feel. This isn't about, so what, I've been doing this for 20 years or
No.
ever how long that you've been doing it.
Yeah.
You're longer than me, but or how long that you've been. It's irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
It's about now.
Yep.
And I love where are you? First of all, will you come back and do another podcast with us just on the subject that we thought we were going to talk about today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because just open that door to ancestral healing, right?
Yes.
And what does that look like for you? How is that showing up for you, and how is that impacting you?
So for me, that is where I had this like big aha moment, that it was like, oh, I have to heal all of my shit so that I can show up as the mom. Like all of the stuff that I learned from my family and that they learned from their parents and on and on and on, right? That I'm still bringing into who I am now, because I don't want to pass that down to my children or to my grandchildren, right? So I had this like huge, profound aha around this the other day when I was listening to this book, and it was around, the book is all about pleasure and what comes with pleasure: joy, happiness, power,
Peace.
and even wealth can come, comes from that, right? Like abundance. And it's just like all feels so very like interconnected, and I don't even have all of the pieces yet, but it was just like the ancestral healing. Like I haven't even had an opportunity to like really go back and do that work deeply, but it's always been there. And my thing was, I have to break these cycles, break this cycle, break this cycle. Okay, cool. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But now I'm like at a point where, okay, there's something else that's deeper that I can't even like tangibly or consciously access yet, but I know it's there.
Because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally.
That means that breakthrough of this subject.
That's where the growth is.
It's right there.
Yes. So fall in love with that uncomfortableness.
Oh, honey, that is that's all I do is push myself out of my comfort zone. I have 5 kids.
That's where all the good shit's
Right.
in.
That's how you're opening the doors you're opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and I also have this like perfectionistic tendencies that I've really worked a lot to overcome, which is largely what drove me and why you don't want to relinquish control to people. But that's what drove me, to adrenal fatigue. And I was sitting last night with my 12-year-old son, and we were talking about something that he was going through, and kind of I asked him one like inquisitive question, and he was like, just self-sabotage, Mom. He had that awareness of his own self.
Wow.
It's inside of the context of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blown away, and not at the same time.
So you're creating that healing by giving new choices to your kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
By creating that little space, just that little space for you is now the impact of that. Mm-hmm. That's the impact of that. That little space open up that you're now changing, giving choices to them, that their future could be not on automatic, but by their own choice.
Yes. Yes.
Because of that little
Right.
space.
And those choices are freedom.
Yeah.
Right? Free to choose.
Free to choose and not be, shackled to your stories.
Yeah. And I think you're doing
That's
this.
the title of this episode, Shackled to Your Stories. Oh my God, I love it.
But do you see how you're doing that every day without focusing on it? It's just the intuitive, get out of your own way kind of way of being that you have with your kids that is shifting those patterns. That's what's shifting them for you and for them right now. It's you're getting out of your own way.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
you know, like I just like don't even know what to say because I'm like,
yeah,
all I do is just feel so much mom guilt all the time. Like it's not enough. I'm not doing it right. I'm failing. You know what I mean? Like that's what mom doesn't feel like that.
As I say, it's a natural thing we all go through.
Right.
But imagine how many moms you could help by like opening the door to talking about this and shifting that. Like I really feel like it's a huge part of your journey.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Just got to put it out there. Just got to say that. But,
yeah.
okay. Oh my God. This has been so cool. Thank you so much for being here. Driving. You said it took like 45 to get here?
45. Yeah.
45 minutes. Yeah. I really appreciate that effort because you showed up today and provided some extraordinary value.
Oh, well,
yes.
You really, really did. I appreciate it. Like I'm in aha mode. But I really, will you come back and let's talk about break down the ancestral pieces and letting the mom guilt go?
Yeah.
Like we'll have one. We'll have a whole podcast on mom guilt. Whoa. But think how much more free they will and the choices that they, like that would transform the world.
You know, it's so funny that this is coming up because literally I have someone in my free Facebook community ask about this, and I was just thinking about doing a video on it, and I was like, like just kind of as I was, you know, doing things around the house today, like, what would I say about mom guilt, you know? And then here we are.
Well, that's the title to the next one. Yes.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to say in closing?
Oh, you know, gosh, this was amazing.
Thank you.
And yes, I thought we were going to kind of go a different direction.
I told you, didn't I? They go where they go.
But it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's intention.
Yeah. And I think the thing that I would say is it's really simple. It's kind of like the 6 principles that I follow. And that's like, you know, just be who you are. Like, allow yourself to be your most authentic, truest self. You know, say yes to your desires. Like, ditch the old bullshit stories. Like, yeah, let them go. Create new habits, like who you want to be. Like, step into her. Hashtag me first. Me first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me too to me one. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like allow yourself to just put yourself first and craft that daily, super simple self-care practice.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay to do that.
Yes, you have permission.
You have permission
Yeah.
to roam about the cabin.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah. And then it like you get to say yes and allow and receive like so much pleasure.
I love it.
Like daily, allow yourself to that. And yeah, plug those energy leaks, you know?
I'm going to have that visual.
Yeah. And yeah, say no to the shit that you don't like to do. And the final thing I would say is just like simplify. Ask yourself, how can this be easy?
Oh, that's a great way to look at that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your jean pants. Love it. Marilyn, do you got anything you want to say before we go?
Just thank you for coming here and being authentic. That's who you are. And genuine and sharing your heart with us.
Really powerful.
Very powerful, very valuable. And I'm so grateful that you joined us today.
Me too.
And thank you guys for listening in. I hope you got extraordinary value out of today. I know that I did. And we will link your information in the description box below.
Beautiful.
If you guys want to reach out, have any questions, comments, feel free. Just sound off below and have a great day. And we're going to see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.